Hey guys, Chris Lopez, kettlebellworkouts.com, and today we're going to show you the kettlebell clean and push press. So just like I was saying in other videos, if you don't know how to clean a kettlebell, then you got to go back to the clean video and make sure you got your clean technique dialed in, because you're not going to be able to use the push press unless you actually have a good clean. Just like you can't really press unless you have a good clean, or you can't really squat unless you have a good clean, because it's all built off that rack position. So go back and make sure that you've got a good clean before you practice any of these skills. Now for the push press, two cues you got to remember is dip and drive. So all we're trying to do is we're trying to generate a little bit of momentum from our lower body to get the kettlebells off that shelf, kind of off the rack, and then from there we're going to really tighten up, engage, and try to drive it up overhead, okay? And that's what a push press is. So it's giving us a little bit, use this for kettlebells that maybe you're in a bit of a fatigue state and they're starting to feel a little bit heavy and you want to try to get a little bit more out of it. Or if you're using heavy kettlebells to begin with and you just want to get out of that rack position and really strengthen the top end part of your press, so the lockout of your press. So here's how we're going to do that. Got the kettlebell down on the ground here, and we're going to clean it and get it into the rack position right here. And then from here, remember the initial cue is dip and then drive. So what we're trying to do is on that initial dip is just get the kettlebells up to forehead height. And you notice that I'm still in a really good rack position. All I'm going to do is bend my knees, create some space in my knees, and come back and squeeze my glutes. And you can see that the kettlebell is kind of floating up without me really having to do anything. And that's just the momentum bouncing the kettlebell up to my head height. So from here, all we're going to do is we're going to, once we get it to that height after that initial dip, when we find that it's at that height, we're just going to use our arms or our shoulders or our arms to drive the bell up. So let me show you with the clean again. Here's the initial dip, and then with the drive. And then we're going to absorb the landing by catching it in that same dip. Here's the dip and drive again. Okay, so that's how you do a clean and push press. If you like this technique video and you want to see other technique videos, go ahead and download the free video guide and free report that I've got for you up there. You'll get a whole series of different technique videos that will teach you how to use this thing properly. I'm Chris Lopez, kettlebellworkouts.com, and I'll see you in the next video.